there's a time
when we all choose.
to either quit or follow through.
We losing faith and trust your heart. Sometimes it leads you
You
through
to
the
the
dark.
dark.
We're not the only one who's needing help to
to
carry
carry on.
on. We might be
It's over, and I
and I
feel
feel
so
so alone.
alone.
This
This
is the
is the
sadness
sadness
I've
I
never
ever
known.
known.
How did I let the sweetest of dreams slip
Slip
away?
away.
And I'm afraid that hurt is here to stay. Please don't
Don't
let it
let it
be
be
over.
over. Please.
Please don't let it be over.
The season is canceled.
What season? What mouth?
Where is Scarlet Witch when you motherfucking need her,
Where's
child?
Scarlet Witch when you need
Like, this is actually insane. Like, it's like, wow. Wow. One, I just want to say I am so happy.
Hold on. Your microphone sound weird.
It sounds weird. Oh no.
Clear that up.
Oh no. What does it sound like?
And while I still mourn, chat,
Chat.
we gotta post that bitch no yoga mat. Like it's actually getting crazy in this bitch because I don't know what they expect me to watch for 6 more episodes, but I was watching Survivor 48. So I don't know what the fuck this is. But if Say is not there, how can I watch Survivor? I'm wondering. I can't. I truly can't. It's actually getting fucking crazy. Okay? Oh, motherfucking K. Not too much on Chrissy, the one bitch who was helping my sister. Y'all in the chat coming for Chrissy. Not that one. She might not be the brightest, but not that one. God damn. Shout out to Theodore. You know what the fuck the vibes are. We needed a moment of silence because it was getting crazy. Lee, you back? Oh. Oh.
doing at the same time. What was I going to say? Does it sound better now?
Yeah, it does. Period.
Okay. Did you say anything while I was going?
I didn't say shit. I just mourned, as I should.
I'm just so sad. First of all, both Cedric and Say, like the dynamic that they brought to the season, I just really enjoyed, especially as a Black person. So seeing them both go home on another season where multiple Black people go home on the split tribe, it is very annoying, and it makes you want to like analyze the situation. You know, I feel like some people would easily just say it's not that deep. It's that deep, especially if you're a Black person. Because it's like, how the fuck does this specifically keep happening to one specific group? And I think it's something that we recognized in the non-BIPOC era. Black people in these games, I would say POC as a whole, but specifically Black people, more frequently Black people, are seen as disposable. And that only stopped being true when the the BIPOC rule happened.
Yeah.
And what they're doing by splitting these tribes into two, you're putting one Black person here, maybe two Black people over here. It's easier to single out them, and then you're sending two people home. So it's easier to single out that person as disposable, like how they used to do before the rule. I don't think any of this is targeted. I don't think any of this is conscious. I think it is subconscious, but it just shows how deep subconscious bias and racism and divisiveness against Black people is just rooted into the culture. We've seen situations where Black people did it to other Black people. Yep. And it's like, that just shows how much it is just engraved. Like, it's like, you can go. You can go. And like, you know, every season, of course, some people have their differences. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, Say it was not annoying, was not pissing people off. You know what I mean? Because she did have those moments. But this isn't just about Say and Cedric. This is about the fact that this has happened year after
over and over.
year after year after year at this point. And it's just it becomes to a point where it's like, this is seriously a problem.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's annoying because this is one of those twists that's like, why are we still even seeing this? It stopped being fun the first time.
It did. And we can't ignore a pattern. We really can't ignore patterns, especially when it comes to stuff like this, because it will show you, even like with these shows, how men have won over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And we ignore it like, oh, it's just that's just the way it is. And then as soon as you make it equal and you put a diverse group in the cast, there has been 90% women winners in the new era. Why the fuck is that? Why do you think that is? And that's how you know you should intentionally study patterns and pay attention to these patterns and what occurs, because it'll show you how biases fester. And I feel like these shows try to ignore it, and then they're surprised when they get a new result. You're surprised that, oh, there's all these women winners. No, you know why it's all women winners now, because now you made it an even playing field. And what diversity helps the most is women. Women are helped the most by diversity. When you look into the statistics of things, like there's so many things that you could look into, really, honestly. But what you were saying also applies in this season before this even happens, because the same thing happened to Star on her initial tribe. And I wanted to talk about that because we saw it occur in this season. Even when there is diversity, whenever you're splitting them up into these small little microcosms, there's only so much that can happen, especially when someone's on a tribe with a bunch of people who don't look like them and they're the only one who sticks out. It's easier to stick out in these little groups with little diversity in these smaller groups. So that's why splitting them up like this, it's not, first of all, we're already at the merge. So why are we splitting them up? But even after that, it's like, it's just not, I just feel like, one, it's not necessary. And two, when you do it, it just shows that this causes a bias to come out. And the whole point of you making it diverse was to avoid this. So therefore you shouldn't do this, and you should come up with something else, honestly.
It's really annoying because I feel like I don't want to get up here and drag Jeff every single time. But like, this isn't the first injustice to like one player on this show. Not even necessarily black player. Like, there are several players who get screwed over by these dumbass twists that should have been ended 2 to 3 seasons ago. Like, it's just annoying that like we keep seeing players screwed over for that. Like, there's been twists this season that screwed over players to protect Say, and I thought that was bullshit. And now this one is screwing over Say. I think it's bullshit. Like, it's just like, it's so stupid how many people's games are affected by these twists. Even Say wouldn't have even went home this week if it wasn't for that block of vote. It's just like, it's just like, it's just like, oh, so fucking annoying. We're in merge.
We're in merge. And let's get into the statistics.
I think if they literally just cut out mergatory, what you do is just extend the round before merge, make this merge.
Naturally.
Or just do another tribe. Do something. But that's the thing.
They call this merge. Why call this merge? Why would you call this merge?
They don't want to. This is not a merge. This is 2 rounds of tribe divisions, basically. This should have been a swap tribe. Or
it should be a swap tribe into 2. All they did was swap into 2. Just do that. We've been saying that for years. Every time they do this twist, just swap into 2 for the first 2 rounds. You want to so bad. Just do it. But anyways, I have the statistics. Because this has occurred 6 times out of the 8. No, this twist has happened 6 out of the 8 seasons, because the other 2 seasons, the twist didn't happen because there was a medevac. So 6 of the 8 new era seasons, this twist happened. 5 of the 6 times, 2 black people went home. Season 41, it didn't occur. But on season 42, and you know why it didn't occur, because there was a black alliance
locked in
on season 41 at that time. Season 42, Roxroy went home, and Marianne and Drea had to play their idols. Both of them. Or else one of them were going home. Season 43, James went home, Ryan went home, black. Season 45, Sifu went home, Caleb went home, black. Season 46, Tim went home, Soda went home, black. Season 48, Cedric went home, Say went home, black. The proof is now in the pudding. The proof is literally now in the pudding. The one time it didn't happen, there was a literal black alliance. And then they dogged them out when they do it. And when they did it on 41, they were dragging them on Twitter and on Reddit and on Facebook. But every single time they didn't do it, 2 of them went home.
It's bullshit, and it's unfortunate, especially as like a fan of the show. And it's weird because it's like you just can't. It's like, I can't like blame a specific person. Like I said, I don't want to blame any of the cast members for doing this. It is more so of the setup of the show, production, all of these things to make sure that these certain things don't occur. The problem is these things are ran by people who do not understand different cultures, who do not understand different backgrounds, who do not understand how society works. The reason why this is happening is because of the division in it that places them in the minority. Because at the end of the day, guess what? It's only 50%. So while you cast 50% of the cast all white, you'll get a few minorities that were raised in white spaces or are half white. And then we get to a section in the game where the people who were considered minorities before the rule are still minorities in a way, because it's way more complex than just saying, oh, black and brown people and then half white, we're done. And they like, if they truly cared about making sure this representation was shown, they would change certain things, because like this is like human nature. I feel like if you just understand like social behavior and honestly racism in this country and how things have been adjusted, like you would see that this needs to be shifted. And I don't understand why, in general, regardless of this, I have to bring up again, who thought of the bright idea to repeat the same twist 19 fucking seasons in a row? Survivor used to give us different twists every single season. Different cast sizes, different tribes, divisions, a swap there, a swap into 3, a swap back to 2. Like it used to give so much. Now they're trying to shove all of these things into it to make it interesting, and it's not interesting. It winds up with dumb ass results for somebody
and boring episodes.
We were happy when Say was saved with the whole Justin thing. I'm sure a lot of people who like Justin was like, what the fuck is this shit? Because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's so dumb how people get out. And every time it happens, it literally reminds me of the Sari vote. And it's like, after the Sari vote, you thought that was interesting and you should make a whole
ate that up.
You should make a whole era about it, basically. Just like no self-awareness. It actually gags me. It actually gags me that no one on the production team was not like, maybe we should do something different. And I'm not counting those little minute changes.
Like, no hourglass this season after y'all begged us not to do that. Doesn't count.
No. I'm just, it's like the fact that it's the same, the journeys, the beware advantages, the split tribe, it's predictable. And that's the main problem. We have to rely on the cast not being predictable to make it work. Unfortunately, y'all aren't good at casting that much no more. I don't know what the fuck happened.
And the thing is, the twist is also not helpful for the minority. The point of twist is supposed to be to help people who aren't in a good position and This twist doesn't help that. All it does is make 2 people not in a good position go home at the same fucking time. Because if there's a big alliance, all this does is split the big alliance up so they can vote out 2 of their targets on the same fucking round. This isn't a good strategy. It's not a good twist. It actually would be better for the entire show if you just made it into another swapped tribe. Just swap the tribes again. That's all you want to do. I don't know why you're not doing it. I don't get it.
And it's literally this comment, Brian Johnson. Also, one person not getting the jury is so whack. That's why it should have just been 2 rounds before merge/jury. Who, if you make it past these 2 rounds in the second swap, you're now in the jury and merge. Boom.
Period.
But whatever.
We move.
It's annoying. It's annoying. Love Say. I think Say brought so much to the season. I really appreciate Cedric as well. There's not a lot of times where you will see a black man stand up so adamantly for a black woman on TV, because you know why I believe black people in general are disposable. A lot of times the black women specifically are very disposable, and Cedric, you know, very much on code. Like I said, I saw that black wife and those black children. I said that's my king, and without him, Say wouldn't even been this far into the game. We would not see the legend that Say is today if it wasn't for Cedric. And she basically said that herself. I really, really appreciated him. And I don't want people to think, you know, we only care about Say here, baby. No, I'm upset that Cedric left too. I think that this season, without their dynamic, is going to fall. Like this season is done. Like unless
it was
Camilla
so good. It was
win.
Oh, good.
Unless Camilla can somehow win, I don't think it's going to be good, because the way Joe and Shaheen and them are talking about loyalty and integrity and all this other fake ass bullshit, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be. And I don't understand why everyone else who's not in this big alliance was so gun ho with this vote, because baby, how are y'all going to get to the end? Y'all need Cedric and Say's vote. The fuck? Like, what are we talking about here? It's just like, girl, whatever, girl, whatever. Like, Camilla, please. Or Kyle. Camilla and Kyle, please.
Yeah.
Please. Because if they can't get it together, girl, no, I'm sorry. Like, she went too early. Like, if they had went a little bit further, single digit, okay, y'all can have it. No, we about to see Chrissy go home, Mary go home. She was so goddamn giddy. Look, Mary, you're my mama. But you was too giddy to stay home. Okay, because where you finna go now?
With no tribe. With no tribe.
Mitch sucking the California girls dick. I'm just sick.
I was telling the girls, I was like, I was watching Survivor. So what am I watching anymore?
Girl.
What now? Child, shout out to the girls.
I didn't drop the Mary 8. Bitch.
Shout out to Survivor. $5 more to help with funeral expenses. Put Say on Australian Survivor, and she's in the Coven Graduates, and she's a winner, and the real gameplay there. Y'all, get into the Australian Survivor. If you watch this episode and you were like, damn. Now, you're not going to get a black queen necessarily over there because they don't have many. But the gameplay is tea. It's interesting from beginning to end. And it's not this whole kumbaya shit that Chrissy was calling out. Shout out to Chrissy for that one thing, because y'all trying to drag my girl Chrissy. I'm not going to drag Chrissy today. Not today. Maybe another day.
She said what needed to be said, but she didn't do what needed to be done.
She didn't vote. Who she vote for?
I don't remember who she voted for, actually.
No, she voted for Mitch. She voted for Mitch.
That's my diva.
What she needs to
that's my diva. Oh, that's my diva.
Yeah, not this episode. Not this episode.
Yeah. She ate. But definitely, no, I agree with that. Definitely. If you definitely don't like the non-diversity thing, you probably shouldn't watch. I'm one of those people too. When I watch like scripted TV, I love to have a lot of diversity on the screen because, girl, we're in 2025. Why am I watching a bunch of white people? The fuck? But Survivor Australia is not like that. But if you actually care about like Survivor gameplay, dynamic gameplay, out there moves, then you should definitely get into Survivor Australia. We have free links in the bio to go watch. We also recap it, so get into the girls. And like I said, they are free. So go click the link.
Oh, but I lied.
What?
I lied. She voted say.
She voted say?
Yeah. No, never mind. Her and Star did. Never mind.
Where's my stand card?
Give me your game card. Give me your game card. Shit.
Burn it.
Yeah. Anyways. Shout out to Zay. The Integrity Alliance is ruining everything, truly. Ruining it. Two black people back. Here go Maga David trying to get another POC out. Is this Trump's America? It is.
This is, girl.
It's the
them anti-DEI policies went into effect early, mama, girl.
Yeah, honey. Oh my God. Shout out to Khalil. Say said that. Said that it's crazy. Say gets no say, but said, ooh, fuck.
Hold on, wait. Was this supposed to be funny? Wait, did you do this on purpose?
Say said that. Said you finna piss me off.
They did this on purpose.
That is crazy. Say gets no say, but said gets a say. But no, you finna piss me off. You fucking playing with me.
Okay, you want me to try?
Yes.
Say said that it's crazy. Say gets no say, but said gets a say, but no say when say needs a say and no said. She never said this shit.
She never said that.
You had to lock in. I that was hard. I probably still fucked it up.
I damn near had a fucking, I don't even know.
You know,
next
aneurysm.
Yes.
So shout out to
shout out to Breakfast.
I blame Jeff.
Yes.
Because he knows the fans never like this twist, even beyond it being racist. He's so creatively bankrupt and refuses to let shit go.
Oh my God.
No, honestly though. But my thing is, didn't they have was it only Jeff coming up with the ideas? Like, no way. It was
like, what happened to the team?
I thought they fired them. Oh, COVID layoffs, child. That's probably well. They said, get up out of here. Jeff can do it.
Shout out to Isabel. Two sisters went down. I think this season might end as the worst of the 40s. No, after this.
It might.
I'm like, what?
Because I enjoyed. I don't really have a ranking. I should probably go back and do that. But I enjoyed 41, 42, 45.
Yeah.
And so far this one.
Yeah.
But I truly feel like it's just going to go downhill. So it will likely. It's a possibility it will still be last.
It is. It could easily be last if it goes down the wrong direction for sure. What's his name? David was crashing out bad on the edit. I mean, on the next time. So
he's so dumb though. I just feel like they're gonna use his milkmaid ass. Like they're like, the only hope we have is Colin Camilla is what I feel like. Well,
I do agree.
I'm interested to see where Star is gonna go now because we're now 2 episodes in, and this California Brother Alliance does not seem concerned by her.
Yep.
So I'm in her conversation with Chrissy, she has the right idea, but like mentioning Mitch, I'm like, not Mitch, Mama.
Not Mitch. Wrong person. Right idea, wrong person.
So I'm interested to see where she's gonna go now because I think she's like one of the main people who is like not on their radar.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen when it kind of get down to them? Because I would assume Joe, Shaheen, and Eva wanted to be purple. So would they pull in Star and take out Orange?
Like the Orange, David and I think the Orange might just go home on their own. Like the way David's acting, he'll probably be a tribe target soon. Naturally, Chrissy isn't really in anything. Mitch is being targeted, so they might not need it to. And I don't want them to make it easy. Don't make it easy for Joe, Eva, and Shaheen to be the final three. That will piss me off, actually. Let's get into the motherfucking episode, because bitch.
Y'all thought 46 and 47 was great?
I thought 47 was dynamic. 46 and 47 were dynamic. Does that mean that I found them necessarily great? No. I don't know why, but I didn't.
The worst for me would be 43 and 44.
Same.
Like the list I listed was like my top faves. Yeah. I would say after 41, 42, and 45, I would put 46 and 47.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
43 and 44 are last.
I didn't like
in general though. It's like
no
it's kind of like the BB 16 through 22 effects. Even though you got some gems in there, the entire era just makes it like I don't need any of them. I don't need to see any of them.
You're right. Shout out to Zay. Star should have locked in with, say, Chrissy Mitch to get Eva out with the idol. She's the one on the bottom anyways. I agree. That's what I was going to say. That tribe had the majority. You know how there's a big alliance? That side, there was 4 people not in the big alliance. They missed their shot. All 4 of them should have linked up. Or at least the 3. At least Star, Chrissy, and Zay. But they didn't even do that. So
it's bad. It's just bad. That's the thing. It's like, whatever. I don't even. Yeah. I'm just over it.
Right. Let's get through.
Quick. I don't even want to speculate. I don't want to think of a world in which they win. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to think about it in the future. If it happens, it just happens, and I'm gonna be over it.
Yep. So we get this. We start off the episode, and Mitch has a big moment with a bunch of people because he realizes that he was obviously left out of the vote. He goes and he talks to the old Siva, which is Kyle.
Look, that's the rest of my commentary for the episode. Y'all
period.
Have a night. I'm gonna leave Pharaoh to it.
Honestly, I don't have many notes, anyways. So that's fine. Brick, get your ass back up here, Kiyomi.
Get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
He talks to Camilla and Kyle. And he's basically like, "Damn, y'all left me out the vote. I didn't really want to be left out the vote." Yada 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 yada. Then he also goes to talk to Say because he feels like he needs to talk to the person he voted for. Yada yada yada. Who gives a damn, really? Next, we see Cedric is speculating about who voted for him. We all know it was Say. Say said she had to get her lick back. Get your lick back.
Get your lick back. It's funny because that's what. It had to be that. No way she thought he was going home. She's such a troll for that, bro. But
I love her.
That's just the energy I really enjoyed in the season. Like, it's just like, it's unfortunate because and that's just the one thing about this new era. Like, you get some really fun, interesting strategic players, and I really, really enjoy the ones we have. But the personalities, I haven't just been the hugest fans of. You know what I mean? I think Say really is the I don't know, the personality that I've really enjoyed the most. Like, she really brought a refreshing energy to this season and honestly this era. So it's unfortunate.
I agree. The next day, we get 3 conversations and they're all with Shaheen. So we're just going to summarize them. Basically, Mitch went to Shaheen and Joe pleading his loyalty. Say went to Shaheen trying to link up, and Cedric went to Shaheen.
So he's gonna win, girl.
So Shaheen is in the center of this alliance, and he has a diary room, and he says, "I'm in control of the tribe because everyone's coming to me. So as long as I can maintain that control, I'm gonna win this game." So I don't know. He could win.
I'm interested to see how he got into that position because I thought Joe was in that position.
Yep.
Do you think people are sensing that Joe is connected to Eva, so they don't want to touch that? Like, Shaheen seems like the lone wolf in the situation.
I think Chrissy summed it up how not the whole tribe, but how it could be perceived. Chrissy said players like Joe and David, they don't want to play with nobody. Say said it too. Say was like, Joe is just sticking to his group. So it feels like there's no point.
They probably not even talking to nobody.
They're not talking to anyone.
So how the fuck are y'all voting whatever they want to do? Why would you, if you're not in their alliance,
clock it.
Why are you voting the same as them? Hold on. Can you bring up the 2 splits? Because
I can bring up this. Let's bring up the people. So this is, hold on. Actually, let me bring up this one. Ooh, I need to bring up the other people. No, let me bring up this one because this has all the people in it. So, no, this is better because this shows the alliance. It really does. So, this is the middle is the alliance.
Oh,
everybody Everybody else,
Shaheen, Kyle, David, and Camilla by proxy.
Camilla by proxy,
not in it.
Chrissy, Mitch, Mary, Star, and then Cedric and Say. I have removed, but Cedric and Say are all the people not in it. So they should all be voting together. I don't know.
I don't think any Mitch is now kissing their ass. I think Chrissy is kind of like floating in the wind. Mary, I don't know what Mary's strategy
kissing their ass. Honestly, I'm really kissing their ass. Honestly, they're all kissing their ass except Chrissy.
But Star hasn't openly said that she's still working with them. So I'm curious as to essentially what is all of their energies towards this group? Because like
what?
I don't know. Whatever.
I just think it's so much control. It's just so much central control because I don't think these 4 people know how to work. Like this is just so hard for them to come together and work together because they're not the power players. The truth is the best players are all in the alliance and Camilla, and she's attached to the alliance. So it's like we have the most dynamic, most strategic players in Shaheen, even Eva. Eva made the alliance. Eva, Shaheen, Kyle, Camilla, these are the active players. Mm-hmm. They're all in the alliance. So what do you do with someone like Mary, who's willing to vote with them and smile? Star, who's willing to give away her idols? Chrissy, who's just been voting with them? Mitch, who doesn't have anybody. Mitch is kind of smart, but he doesn't have anything.
They're about to win this motherfucking game.
So it's over. It's over.
Round 3 about to be Shaheen, Eva, and JoJo.
Yep.
But it makes me wonder then what Camilla's edit is. Like clearly they see something special in Camilla.
Yeah.
But if it's not winner, then is it just an all-star type shit? Like Omer, Jesse, Carla type of edit?
Yeah. Maybe that, or maybe Camilla and Kyle make a move. Maybe they can get one of them. But that's the thing. You have to get all 3 of them because I think all 3 of Shaheen, Eva, and Joe could win. So maybe they can do, because you know how they have this back and forth with Shaheen. Like we could get Shaheen, maybe we can't, maybe we can. Later on, I could see maybe they do make a big move, get Shaheen out. But after that, you can still go home. Joe and Eva are still going to be here. Star might work with them. Mary might work with them. So it could be something like that. They make a big move, but that doesn't mean they win the game.
Okay, and then can you now pull up these 2 splits? Only because I want to see how much power of the alliance.
So on the orange side, it's just Joe and Eva. Everybody else was not in the group.
That is insane.
Which is why I was giving Chrissy props for considering voting with Say and Star, but they didn't do it. And then they were coming for Mitch. It's like vote out Eva. Vote out Joe.
Who was the third vote for Mitch? Or was it only 2?
No, it was only at the end of the day, they both flipped their votes. It was only Say who voted Mitch, but she got block a vote, so it didn't even matter. Her vote got blocked. They ended up unanimously voting for Say, which I had to go back and look. I went back and looked. They all voted for Say at the end. They were considering not, but they all voted her at the end. And then on the Purple Tribe, I get it because
I was so mad at that. I skipped. I don't even want to watch this bullshit.
Real. But even on the Purple Tribe, it's technically 3-3 because Camilla's not in the group. It's just Shaheen, David, and Kyle. Cedric, Mary, and Camilla could have voted.
That's the thing. Kyle don't even need to vote with them.
He don't even need to vote with them.
This should have been. If Kyle was thinking strategically, wouldn't he want to get out David and Shaheen?
He said to get out Shaheen. He went to Camilla and said, "Let's get out Shaheen."
So why they didn't do it?
So why didn't you do it, girl?
I'm getting pissed the fuck off.
So yeah, Shaheen has these big moments. He says, "I'm running the tribe." We get to the immunity challenge after that.
I'm like really breaking it down like this. This did not need to happen, especially for the people who are not in this group. Y'all are dumb. Like actually, this could have helped the minority.
Yep, it could have actually. They're just stupid.
Because no one outside of this big group, even if y'all are annoyed by Say, it doesn't make any sense to work against her. Like it's a numbers game,
and that's what Chrissy said. That's the thing. Chrissy and Star talked about it. So what happened? What happened at the end of the day?
It's just dumb because I think they like if you go back to Orange, it's like Mitch is now kissing their ass. I think Star thinks she has a connection with them. Chrissy is kind of connected to them as well, and Say has been the odd man out since they got the jury. And then back on Purple, it's like the thing is, I think Purple could have worked because
Camilla and Kyle just decided
they easily got Mary and said would have been down, and they said let's get out Shaheen. I think they would have been down.
Yeah, because they decided not to do it. That's all it was.
Literally could have been them 4 against Shaheen, and that would have been at least a good one. Like, damn, the fact that they didn't take out none of them, they're not going to get them out. They're not going to take them out at this point. They can't.
Yeah, they should have did it. Camilla and Kyle should have did it. I think they got scared. They got scared
And that's stupid because now with Say and Cedric out, these are 2 numbers for y'all. Star and Mitch are still going to be connected to them. Chrissy is going to be forced to be connected in some way because where else is she going to go? She's probably going to go home next. And if she goes home next, what are y'all going to do?
Yep.
They're going to have to keep going with this alliance and then get sent home.
They kept saying they have to convince David or they don't want to do it. And you didn't need to do that. You don't have to convince David. Just blindside David. He doesn't need to know. Who gives a fuck? It's fucking David. But maybe it's because he's on their Shiva tribe.
I just hate that like the immediate go-to is, oh, let me just try to like suck up a little bit. Like, I don't even understand. Like Mitch going for Say out of all people. It's just like, what? But then Say at the beginning of the episode says she going for Mitch too. No one is focusing on the real issues, and that's the motherfucking problem.
Remember who the real enemy is.
The entire minority, everyone in the minority, was not locking the fuck in.
Yeah.
Because what? This episode was so unavoidable. But whatever.
Yeah. Child, the immunity challenge. First of all, they split them into these 2 tribes, of course, and then they have to. Why? I don't know. Goddamn, we already got in his ass for that. And then they have to hold this bucket, which is 25% of their original weight. The last person who holds it wins immunity on their tribe, and then the last person of those people will win will win reward for the entire group, and that group will have the person who's injured, and the other group will have the person who's not injured. So fucking stupid. So we play immunity, and on the orange tribe, Joe wins immunity. On the purple tribes, David wins, and David lasts longer than Joe. So Say is not in the jury. That's all that told me.
Sister. That's what makes it even worse. Not only is she out, she's not in the jury. Can she be like an honorary jury member? Like she don't gotta vote.
I was thinking like, what if somebody like what if Cedric just says like, let her be in the jury, not me? Like, do one more thing, King. One more thing for us.
You don't need to give up his.
He does. Actually,
he earned that spot.
With your kids. He didn't actually. That's another thing. He didn't earn it. He didn't. David earned it for winning the immunity. He got lucky for being on the side that David was on. So now he's in the jury and she's not. I don't necessarily love that, but we move. So anyways, we move forward. And what happens? Oh, we go to the purple tribe or the purple team, because I guess it's not a tribe because they're still merged, allegedly. So the purple group. Anyways, Cedric knows he's going home.
And that's the thing. It like watching the episode too, which is why this was a bad episode. At the beginning, it was kind of obvious they was going. By the middle, Cedric literally tells us he's going home, and it's like, well, that makes sense. Look at the tribe. And if you know some of our editing, they'll do one or two things. If it's so early in the episode, they will switch it up at the end. So usually, if you hear a name before before immunity, after immunity is going to be somebody else. At least, especially if we're getting closer to the tribal. But if it's someone's name that's been said, what they'll do is throw in extra editing to make it seem like it's gonna switch, but then it doesn't switch.
Yep.
And that's what this episode was.
Yep, exactly.
It was so obvious. It was so obvious.
It was.
If this was a regular episode, you can really clock it if they had shown a reward. But since there was 2 eliminations, they didn't have to do that. And
what's stupid with the most stupid thing about this choice is that it stagnates the merge. Like I said, after this round, it will be.
Why they're probably playing so scared. Sorry,
yeah.
To cut you off, but
no, you're good.
Why they were playing so scared.
It'll be top 10 after this round. That's stupid. I want to see 13, 12, 14, 11 people all voting. We don't get to see that nowadays because they keep doing this split shit. So instead of seeing 12 people with a 12-person dynamic in this big group, and maybe Kyle and Camilla can actually do something because they can hide in this group. I think that's the reason they got scared. They can't hide if it's only 6 of them. They will go back, and Joe and Eva and now Mitch, who's working with them, will be like, fuck y'all. Y'all just turned against the alliance. And Eva has an idol. Oh, they don't have an eye, and they know.
Oh, that's probably why Colin Camille was like, we are not doing
really that. Flip. If they took out Shaheen, they would go the fuck home because y'all fucking did this shit. Stupid.
The issue with that is that because I understand that logic as well. Like Colin Camille, you cannot flip because of that. But I almost feel like you have to make moves and be savvy enough to get around it. Because at this point, I'm like, okay, don't do this move. So what's going to be the next move?
Yeah,
because they cannot form a group against this alliance. Like
the people
they probably could get Mary, but Cedric is gone. Star is close to them, and she's worried about Mitch. Mitch is up in her ass.
Yep.
You could probably get Chrissy, but what is Chrissy and Mary going to do for y'all? So hopefully they can get to a place where they could pull David a little bit more in, or maybe if Chrissy or Mitch or Star, excuse me, last long enough, they can like try to convince them. But they need to start working on that now. They need to start like really fixing those like social connections with them, so they can make that happen. Because the longer they stay in this group, they're not going to be able to break it up.
They honestly should have done it, but like I said, it just incentivizes them not to do it because they can't hide their card, and that's kind of their whole game. And it sucks because I can tell them they should have done it, but also I don't want them to have to, like, they shouldn't have to play like this in the merge. They're merged for a reason.
But you know what? Like, now that you just brought this up, it's like we were saying that they should have just been on 2 separate tribes, but them being on 2 separate tribes of 6 is what we saw for the first like 3 episodes of the season. And for other seasons, it was the entire pre-show. So why are we still putting them in a situation where they have to play a pre-merge game when we're in fucking merge?
Why are you calling it merge? Just don't call it merge.
Like, that's literally the point. Like, we always complain about how like the 6 tribe dynamic is bad for that reason. You cannot hide. You have to play scared. A lot of times people like women go home or minorities go home for being disposable. And it's literally the exact same thing. Why would they? Whatever.
We start off with 6 tribes.
What they said in the Australia chat, we can't make sense of nonsensical shit.
You're right. It's just stupid. So here we are.
This is shit that gets said in the boardroom that sound good and no one else fact check it. Just be like, what if we, and all the little white men around him?
It is what it is.
Yep.
You know what's crazy? You would think it would make sense the first time, and then they would see it play out and be like, oh, this was stupid. But they've seen it play out 5-6 times, and they still are doing it.
They don't give a
this
damn.
Day.
Best believe if the Jonathan and David archetype went home every time at this, it would have been switched.
Yeah. But we move. We go back to the Orange Tribe, or we go to the Orange Tribe. And Joe has a diary room that Mitch or Say are going home. So we know Mitch or Say are going home. Say talks to Joe. She's like, I feel like I'm on the outs. She talks to Eva. She's like, I'm on the outs, but I'm ready to vote for Mitch. If you're down to vote for Mitch. And Eva's like, it's a toss-up between Mitch and Say. So we already know Cedric's definitely going home.
Yeah.
And Say or Mitch are going home.
And girl, the way Mitch was up on their ass in the beginning of the episode, 1 + 1 = 2.
1 + 1 = 2. We go back to the Purple Tribe, and Kyle finds out that they decide that Shaheen is going to be the decoy vote to tell Cedric. So he's like, maybe we can do something about this. Him and Camilla discuss. There's a potential.
Why would they edge us like this? Shut the hell up.
Why would they edge us like this? Why not do it? And they should have did it, but they say we could do it if we can convince David that Shaheen is fraudulent. So they go to David or Camilla. She's so cunty. She goes to David and she's like, I don't think nobody has an idol, but I remember like one time at our tribe, we had came back and Shaheen, it seemed like he potentially had an idol. He didn't tell anybody. And David was like, he didn't tell anybody he has an idol. She was like, he didn't tell nobody. She riling him up and shit, really getting his pussy wet. But it did not his, whatever. He was looking good. I'm sorry.
But you get stuff like that. How the fuck did y'all allow him to get that close with motherfucking Shaheen? Y'all was on the swap drop with Shaheen. So y'all just let David get over here and then just buddy up with these big strong men, which I can see just naturally happening because, that little male archetype. Bitch, stay on your numbers.
Yep. Lock in. So they should have did it anyways. They should have went to they relied on David needing to know because he's OG Siva. They're trying to play in between the shit. Fuck all that. Work with Mary and Cedric. And
I'm sorry, I would have made the move. Sorry.
Like, they should have made the move. It was so important. And I feel like maybe Kyle can't understand how important it is because he's actually in the alliance with him. So he could probably be like, yeah, but I don't know. Camilla, you should have knew. Camilla, you should have knew you needed to do this, girl. This was on you. You're not even in the alliance.
Specifically Camilla.
You're not even in the alliance.
She needed this. But the thing is with Kyle, it's like I do understand the logic with like the whole, he could have been in danger, but it's like, then when are you going to make a move? It's like, when are you going to be in a position to actually be able to go against this big group? Because it seems like, it's early now. It's only 10 spaces. You can do what you want. But that's what the girls were saying about these people in Survivor Australia. But it's very obvious when certain moves are not going to be good in the long term.
Yeah.
Like they would have to be a certain archetype of player. And this would have to be a certain type of season, I feel like, for them to be able to do that. And I don't know. Like, essentially, this whole Integrity Loyalty Alliance would have to completely split and break up. And it's hard because Joe, Eva, and Shaheen are not splitting. And David are getting close to them by the second. So it's like, and now Mitch is in on it. It's so much happening. But even that, it's like, one of y'all should have been talking to Mitch. Like, hello, like y'all was on the original tribe with him. Like,
literally,
like, whatever. I don't think that. I just think a lot of people don't like extend their relationship to the right people. You know what I mean? Because like there are a lot of people on this tribe that, Camilla and Kyle are privy to knowing are not in the alliance.
Yeah.
So I do feel like with the little, elbow grease, there are certain things they could have been doing to at least have those connections out there. But right now, I'm not seeing it. Who is Camilla cool with other than Kyle? What numbers does Kyle have other than, all of the fucking original Purple tribe that he's working with?
Yeah.
And David, their new butt buddy. And Mitch, their new butt buddy. Like, girl, whatever.
He doesn't have his own dynamics. I don't think people prioritize that social part, but it probably is because of the speed of the season. And that's the thing. Someone said in the chat, a lot of the issues of the new era is not really the people's fault. It's the structure's fault. Why is it 25 fucking days? Why is there 3 tribes and then 2 tribes of 6 and then 3 tribes of 6 again and then 2 tribes but we're merged but we're not? Why is it's just so much shit that could be fixed.
It's such a sticky situation because even this, what Brown Charlie just said at the same time, if they did blindside David, then he gets closer with Joe and Eva, and it's like, damn, you just basically replace their Shaheen with Joe. It's like, if they're put into such a precarious situation. And it really is a lot. It really is a lot. And I think this is like the version of Survivor that Jeff is like, this is so interesting. Look how much it's causing him to do all of these different things. And I can see how in the vacuum it is interesting, but I just don't like how the things are played out. And not necessarily because my faves went home. There's been several times people I don't even like went home. And I'm like, this is just that's unnecessary. Because the game isn't evolving naturally, and that's the main problem. It's all of these edits and twists and turns, and it's like, I don't want to watch that.
I was just going to say the issue is that no game has happened. Every single vote pre-merge, it was a twist that caused it. You didn't have a vote. You didn't have a vote. You played a still a vote. Mary played her shot in the dark. It was never a strategic game move that we saw get executed and played out.
Kyle and Camilla will be the only one.
Other than Camilla and Kyle last round, and even that was with these benefits, which was fine. I feel like what happened with Camilla and Kyle was fine, but it's like 1 round out of 7 were we able to see real gameplay.
Oh my God, this too. Winter Rome says we also have to remember that Camilla doesn't even know about the big alliance.
She doesn't, because
I forgot about that. And this goes back to, girl, if this is gonna be your closest ally, you're about to die. Tell her this shit, because I'm thinking like they both know who is not in the group. Camilla does not know who's not in the group.
Right.
If Camilla's smart ass was told about this huge ass group, best believe Camilla with the work. Camilla needs to know. That's all we need is Camilla to know.
Yep.
And she's not gonna know. And
she's never gonna know, and that's why they can't win. Her or Kyle will never win because she doesn't know.
Because the real tea is, Kyle, then what is your plan then?
Yep. I think he thinks he can play the middle between 7 people.
What middle?
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Between a 6-person alliance and Camilla, and he thinks he's gonna ride that to the end. That's not even.
What he gonna do?
Things have to be even if you're gonna play in the middle. Things have to be.
What he gonna say when they say, "Well, Mitch, Star, Mary, and Chrissy working with us, Camilla gotta go next"?
Yep, exactly.
She's the only one that's seemingly not connected to them in some way.
And that's the thing. He should have told her to make a group with the people outside of the alliance so that it is a middle. There is no middle. It is just the big alliance.
It's honestly a really bad thing we don't have good allies. That's why, like, Eva, I have to give her some 10s because she went to people that were going to look out for her. And lock in. Lock in. When the alliance got formed, Kyle should have made sure Camilla was in it.
Yep.
Because y'all all sat on that fucking tribe together and said y'all were gonna move forward together.
Mm-hmm. It's just not been, and I understand him. Well, I barely understand him wanting to like separate but equal. But it's only so much you could do with that. You still need to have people within the alliance. Your core still needs to be within the alliance so that they can be protected. Camilla has 0 protection. She could go home next round, literally. She could easily go home because she's not in it. We move. So we hop to the Orange Tribe, and I wanted to give Chrissy her 10s, but when I think about it for 2 more seconds, I can't give her 10s because I understand that she wants to push against the narrative and not just take out Say. Love that. Think on your own. Don't just go with the grain. Don't just go with what everyone wants.
My God.
But she wants to take out Mitch, who's on her tribe. That's not good. What's team?
That's not good.
That's not good.
Literally, I didn't even peep this. Someone had just commented on a tweet I had made. It's Denia Davis. Danielle is a screen name.
Mm-hmm.
This is why they no longer allow the second tribe to see who got voted out. Drea and Marianne said no to 2 black people. Ooh, they don't do that no more, right? They did it on 41?
No, they did it. They used to do it. They did it on 41 and 42. They don't do it anymore.
This is targeted.
That did happen on 42.
This is targeted.
They're trying to take us out. They're trying to take us out.
No, because at this point, what the that's literally why they stopped. There's no other way. Why would you stop that? I was trying to remember, was there like a specific twist that season? But like, why would you not?
Maybe they have done it afterward. I don't remember every single season. So it could have happened after that before, but it didn't happen this season. It didn't happen this season.
I'm trying to remember. It's hard for me to remember, but I do feel like that would make a little bit more sense because it happened. I don't recall. It didn't happen this episode. I don't really recall it happening.
Did Tim and Soda see each other's tribal? I don't think so. I don't remember them seeing the Tim tribal and then seeing the
okay. They say this because they were both on the jury. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, I guess.
Wait, what do you mean? No, that doesn't make sense. Right?
Because you won't know who's on. I don't know.
Who cares, right? Like, what? Why would that change anything? Oh, maybe because
I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. I want to go back and look before I really start going off. But
it's getting suspect.
It's getting suspect. But yes, Chrissy, I was gonna give her 10s for not going with the flow and just going straight for Say, which I still will give her 8s for that. But her alternative is to take out Mitch because he's a big threat. One, his closest ally just got voted out last round. How is he a big threat? 2, he was on your initial Shiva tribal, and there's 3 Lagi here. So why would you take out Mitch? That's not even smart. Chrissy should have immediately, Eva gotta go. Immediately. But she's going for Mitch. And it's like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Nope. She goes to Star about the plan. Star, Chrissy, and Say kind of had this idea that they might work together. They end up not doing it. And it was, like I said, it was a smart idea, but then it wasn't because Mitch isn't the right vote. So then Mitch goes to Joe and Eva. He's like, I got to block a vote anyways. Say's going home regardless. Who gives a fuck? And they're like, period. Child. We get to tribal council. Maybe I'm still trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, lock that. Figure that out because I want to know too.
Because he said they started doing the split tribe at Pharaoh 12, so they can get rid of one more person. So no, I'm specifically talking about when the tribe that goes first, their person goes out. Oh, you're saying that because they went home, they sat on the bench because they were in jury. That's what he's saying. Yeah. The only reason they were able to see a black person go home is because that person was in jury. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. Because they didn't see the full tribe. They only saw Roxroy. And they were like, that's a black person. Okay. Okay. Because I was finna get on y'all. I was finna hold on.
Okay.
That's the thing. Why y'all want to switch it up after that? Why y'all want to switch it up? Look.
Now they're doing it at a different time.
Because
Mary in the chat says, who does Mitch think he has? Mitch knows he doesn't have anyone, which is what he said at the beginning of the episode. He said, I don't have anybody, so I'm finna suck up to whoever in charge. So he sucked up to the people in charge. I don't think it works with people who have an option, but Mitch genuinely doesn't have an option. Everyone just voted against him and Chrissy. So I get what he's doing. It's people like Mary and Cedric who could work together. Well, Mary, who could work with Cedric, who's choosing not to randomly. Mitch's number one went home. So I'm not going to blame him. His number one went home. His people went home. He doesn't have anybody. Chrissy wants to vote him out. Who is he going to work with? Chrissy? She wants to vote him out. Who's going to work with? Say?
At this point, let's give Eva the win, child.
Period.
Because if these men are getting to the end, I want the head man in charge to win.
I agree. The one who made the alliance.
The one who's wearing the pants up in this bitch. Okay?
And the idol.
Y'all see that girl muscles? Bitch. Oh, okay. They saw James and Ryan were voted out on the split tribe actually. And they saw them. Yeah, it says Jesse and Cody saw James. Okay. So when did they stop? Like 44 then?
I don't remember.
Girl, I thought we unlocked.
I didn't even notice it happened.
I thought we unlocked the conspiracy up in this bitch. Girl. But still.
Girl. But
I'm not sold that it's not one.
It's still something. It's always something. So we get to tribal, and I will say Joe mentioned something about being integrity and loyalty and all of this other stuff. And I will say shout out to Chrissy because she said, I don't get why we're talking about all this loyal and integrity shit and kumbaya shit. We're gonna have to turn on each other. If none of us turn on each other, how will we play a game? We literally can't play a game if we play like that. So I what Joe and David are trying to push, I don't subscribe to that. Shout out to her for that one thing, because that's true. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I hate when bitches get on here and talk about all this hoopla and woosha and blah, 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 blah.
What? I'm in the majority alliance that's about to dominate this game and crush the dreams of everyone that's not in it. But we believe in loyalty, integrity, and honesty. Mind you, there's like 10 bitches in the alliance. There's only a final 3 and 1 winner. So I'm trying to figure out how the people who are not part of the original Purple Tribe think they're going to get to the final 3.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
I guess David could win fire or something, but he ain't winning.
Child. So Say goes home and Cedric goes home. And like I was showing earlier, this is what we have left. We already went through this. It's literally 4 scragglers, Camilla and Kyle, in the big alliance. What do we think is going to happen?
I had moved Camilla, girl. She shouldn't even be this close to it.
She shouldn't even be close. I just tried to link her up with Kyle, but girl.
I mean, Kyle ain't giving her no damn information. Shit.
He not. So we know what's going to happen. We don't even got to go through it. Let's get into these drafts.
The only person, because I truly feel like, I truly feel like Chrissy, Mitch, Mary, Bones.
Yep.
Bones.
Yep.
Star?
Yeah. She has the best proxy because she's closest to the core.
I see you, girl. Maybe I was spilling in the chat, girl. She ain't got that. I don't know more. And you saw that confessional? She was like, baby, y'all up here worried about who making jewelry, baby, I'm worried about the final 3.
Amen.
I'm worried about who gonna give me that fucking $1 million, okay?
Lee, here goes girl.
Star? Important question. Chris Diva or Chris Diva? You're gonna be mad at the answer. Definitely Kristen, because Chrissy, she back and forth.
Yeah, we need some time.
I'm hope they need to get locked. Colin can need to lock in next episode, but I don't think he realizes the danger that they're potentially in, and that's the issue. Because he should have told her this episode.
He should have and didn't. He don't know it's danger. Danger. Anyways, Lee lost 2 people this episode, so now we're tied.
That's crazy.
It took a double whammy to tie.
So I have Mary, Kyle, Chrissy, Eva, and David.
You got the winner, girl.
Eva about to win.
Eva got it.
Win, mama. And I hope she eat them up in that final speech. I got these men to surround me and infantilize me and get me to the end. And now I'm sitting here, the winner. Eat it up. And I really like it because it really is like I kind of like those natural strategic things. Like, you know what I mean? Like she realized sharing her story was going to make people close to her. Yeah. And it's like, I want them to know, but also now you love me and you will never take me out. Yep. So that's all I'm rooting for. Win. Camilla or Mary. I'm sorry. See, my brain. It's hard. Camilla or Eva, get it done. Star, girl, I see you. I see you, Star. Okay. Because that's the thing, girl. Sister, they taking us out. Okay,
they getting us, girl.
Lock in. But see, Star saw into the future. She was like, girl, all these white people, let me get her my idol. Because I know they're finna start playing. Because best believe if she had an idol during this split tribe thing, her name would have been out. Yeah. Her name would have been out there. Her name would have been out there. So the girls, y'all ate. I really think that ended up helping her. I just, girl, it's getting scary because this tribe is scary.
Realistically, I just won the game because Joe is Shaheen,
Mitch, Star, Camilla, Joe. I mean, at the end of the day, if Joe or Shaheen win, I can't say they didn't deserve it. It's just going to be boring as shit.
It is.
The interesting thing about all of these new era winners is because it's unexpected people, especially unexpected people to what we thought we could ever get before the BIPOC rule. I will say I love that we still get diversity in it, and I think that's like the beautiful thing of it. It's like I hate them, but they're still giving us different archetypes of people that's in this position, and I really appreciate that. And it's still going to be a record-breaking win, in certain ways. So that's just new era for you. But in general, it's just like, damn, we knew, we knew. Like some stuff, it was like Rachel's win was kind of obvious, like halfway through merge, but it's still like, damn, Rachel, okay, Rachel, like it's like been gaggy after gaggy. This wouldn't be gaggy.
This wouldn't be gaggy.
Now, what would be gaggy? I think Shaheen would be more gaggy than Joe. I agree. Honestly, I feel like so far Joe has done more than Shaheen.
I agree. I think Shaheen, but I think if Shaheen wins, he has to do something. So I would be interested in that, because how do you get past Joe and Eva? Because ain't no way you beating Joe and Eva in the final. I mean, maybe. That's like, what did you do? Maybe
they'll see that Eva and Joe is so tied to each other, and then they'll keep just praising Shaheen as this individual person who's the leader.
Got you. That'd be interesting. We'll see if it can continue to be interesting, but I'm scared.
Tito says the Murnian review said Mitch has a good chance of winning because of his edit.
He does have a powerful edit. Well, you remember at the beginning of the episode, I was like, why are we still on Mitch? We were on Mitch for a minute, Henny. It's like, what the fuck? That's true. I think Mitch can make it far, especially after this episode. He did a good job at linking up with Joe and Shaheen and them. They can use him.
We're gonna have to see. I'm not gonna speak on it yet.
We're gonna have to see.
Because I don't hate Mitch. It's just
we're gonna have to see.
The direction this season is about to go in.
Yeah. It's not Mitch's fault. We can't blame it because he wanted to work with Charity. They took her out. He said, "Shit, let me work. Let me focus." So I
needed to be. The thing is, if he can get to the final three with this layout and win, it has to be gaggy.
It has to, because he's not even in the alliance.
So I'm gonna let it simmer.
Isabel says, "Who's your favorite new era winner outside of Marianne?"
Shan. Let me think. Cause who has it been?
Erica, Marianne. Gabler, who won 44? Yam Jam, D.
It was 2 men back to back. Okay,
yeah, Gabler, Yam, D, Kenzie, and Rachel. Whew. Honestly, Rachel.
I would say Marianne is number 1. It's interchangeable between Jam and D.
Mine would be D or Rachel.
Period. No Kenzie.
Jam. Honestly, Jam is girl.
If I had to rank them all, it would be. Can I do that at the top of my head? Okay, it would be Marianne.
Boom.
Jam / or D.
Boom.
Rachel. Kenzie. Am I missing somebody? Or is Gabler the last one?
You're missing somebody.
Who am I missing?
I don't know.
That's the general list.
Erica, Gabler, and Erica.
Oh, she down there with Gabler, no shade.
I agree. I would just switch Jam and Rachel, and then it would be the same list as yours. Child, let's rank these people real quick, honey. Because who gives a damn? No shade.
I forgot her. That's actually fucked up.
She was the first one. It was a long time ago.
No, I'm sorry, Peter. Not too much. Yeah, not too much of your Canadian queen. Not too much. I'm sad that she went home so early in Canada's Traders, because I do feel like I would have liked her there, especially the way she was talking. But she went home like first. I think it was
bad. Cedric went home. Thoughts?
Cedric went home. My king, my black king, actually, black boy with the black bald head.
What?
I think that he is my favorite black bald man on TV.
No way.
I think so. That's a lot.
No, that's a good answer.
I think top 5 would be him, Xavier. I don't know. But no, I really like Cedric. It's gonna have to be Chop. I think he was ticking down for a while. He was. Chop or Child, just because I like him.
Child, because we like him. He was twist screwed a little bit.
But I feel like Game.
He would have went home anyways.
I guess we could consider him twist screwed.
But not really. He low-key wasn't
not really.
Child, because he black.
I mean, somebody got to protect the black people. The Survivor edited that.
Something. Shit, I don't know, y'all. Say went home as well. I'm not moving her. What you gonna do?
Y'all gonna be mad if we keep saying mother?
They have no choice. What they gonna do? Jump through the screen? Next, Mitch, we had at Chop last episode.
I guess bring him up, child.
We got to bring him up to something, child. He didn't go home. He low key linked up with the bad bitches. He's still not in the alliance. I'm still not gagging.
Mid for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he did what he needed to do this episode. I guess.
Mary did not eat.
Child. No.
It's Child for me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is.
Oh, well, she's not nowhere near that Majority Alliance, huh?
Yeah, because I just feel like she doesn't even have relationships with the people in it. Mitch did good because he literally made a relationship with Joe and Eva, told them about his advantage, and then they voted with him. Mary just voted with the people. I don't know if I'm tripping.
Is she just gonna go home? I feel like her presence was so big in the beginning. Or maybe I just loved her presence.
It was big though. But I kind of feel like also who's gonna target Mary? I could see people targeting Mitch before Mary, even though Mitch is closer to them because Mitch is more of a threat.
Maybe the only people who are saying he's a threat are the people that's not in the alliance, though.
That's true.
So, like, I think that she's like, if you're looking at the board, it's probably gonna be Chrissy or Mary.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely Chrissy. Chrissy's going home. Damn. So we gotta bring her down to Child. We kind of do. We kind of do.
She was too happy to send home.
She was.
She's definitely going down this episode. I'm sorry, bro. That wasn't even smart for your game.
Is it Child or is it Chop? Because I need her.
I would say Child for now. I would say Child for now.
Oh, okay. She pissed me off. Zay says Mary talking about her vote is about protecting her alliance. What alliance?
Girl.
That's the thing. I think she thinks she's working with the OG. Her tribe swap tribe, which was David, Eva, her. I think she thinks that's the group, and it's like that's not a group, baby.
That's the group. Okay,
Chrissy, she got to be Chop. She's going home. No,
Chop,
maybe Child. I just think she's going home.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's between Mary and Chrissy, so I would just put them both in Child. Now, why you got Cedric above them?
It was just natural. I honestly didn't even mean to. I could put him below them though. Star. She can't be camp because she's not in alliance, but I'm not moving. I don't think I should move her. She's fine. I think she's the most protected.
I need to see
other than Camilla.
I need to see like her mindset on the game layout. Right now, I think she's kind of like, okay,
I agree.
I'm here. I'm paying attention.
I agree. Oh, they said keep Cedric above them.
Oh,
okay. Fine.
That's all you need it. Mind you said it was just winning wrong.
That's okay.
You just need one person to say it.
I did. No, Star's still mid. Everybody else, I think, is probably gonna stay where they at because they on Camp. David, he's in this alliance, but he's not running it. He's not leading it. Joe and Eva are running him.
Put his ass in mid. I'm sick of him.
It's giving mid to me. It's just about milk. He done named the merge tribe milk. You know the merge tribe name is milk in Cambodian or Chinese or something.
Sick of him.
I agree. It's
mid. The only thing he's giving is body. Now the body
is
that's
mother alone.
Perfect.
The titties, that's some mommy titties, mommy milkers.
That thing, like I said, you see how they were showing it in the immunity. Jeff and all of those little production people, they're in the back room, just you know they say allegedly they feed their favorites, girl. They're out there giving David all type of ham hocks and turkey legs.
Feed me. That little pink.
Are there
Shaheen
locals in the area roaming around? Like, are they on a secluded island in Fiji, or are they on like a populated island in Fiji?
I feel like it's pop. I don't know. That's a good question. I kind of want to look it up.
Is Fiji one island, or it's probably several?
Like Fiji definitely has people on it, but like, is their area populated?
Probably not. Maybe not. Someone said secluded. You was Googling it?
I was. Who's next? Shaheen. He say he in the center of the tribe, allegedly. Is that true though?
I mean, he can stay in camp. Girl, I don't give a fuck about none of these bitches.
Me neither. Camilla, she got Kyle, but that's it. I low-key want to put her down to mid.
I think we can put her down to mid, girl. You gotta lock in. She don't know about the alliance. Kyle not locking her in. Nope. They didn't make the move because we thought. Remember that's thing. This is now the ticking down of Camilla's winter arc because she had gotten what she wanted, or she orchestrated a plan or orchestrated an idea, and then we would see the successfulness by the end. That didn't happen. Yeah. That did not happen.
Very true. Joe.
Oh, should Shaheen be in mother?
Maybe.
I think Shaheen should be mother. He's a little bit. He literally seen as a leader.
I think he's in a central position. The only issue is that Camilla and Kyle are after him, but This was their only shot and they didn't take it. So it's giving mother after this, honestly. Joe is also mother, and Eve is also mother. Kyle is going down.
Do he have to go down?
Yes, to camp, because this isn't a good alliance for him anymore. Joe, Shaheen, Eva, and David are becoming more of a core than him, and that's the issue.
I just want him to lock in. I just need him to lock in with Camilla because he just,
yeah,
because that's also a man. Like him, Shaheen, and David.
Joe
Bobby,
and David. And
Joe don't necessarily do it that much.
Joe is fine.
Joe. I think when I found out Joe was half black, he did it a little bit more for me. I ain't gonna lie, but he don't necessarily do it for me.
Joe is the finest nigga on this island for me.
Nah, you can't say that. That would definitely be Kyle. It would be Kyle.
For me, it's Joe. It's Joe. Kyle was looking really, really good. It's Joe, then Kyle, then Shaheen, then David. But David just because he white.
Kyle, Shaheen, David, then Joe. David is mainly because of the body. If David didn't have that body, specifically that body, he would be not even on the list.
I agree. I do agree.
But Kyle overall on the list, I kind of want to say mid, but at least he in the alliance, so camp for sure.
Yeah, he in the alliance and he has Camilla. Technically, Kyle is in the best position. He has all the information and Camilla, but he's not using it. He's not using it, so he can't be mother. He should be the best player right now, but he's not.
He ain't no diva.
Then we have Joe, who is a mother. He just runs. He just runs it.
I would just put him under Shaheen.
And
the episode, I put Shaheen at the top of mother for the episode.
For the episode.
Keep Eva second because she's gonna win. And she's, she got her two shields on the other side of her. Should Say be up there? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not. However, she's gonna be up there. She is. I'm sorry. No,
Shaheen love. I will say if it came down to who I needed to date, who I would date Shaheen before I date any of these niggas. But who would I? Shaheen's getting unless it's cute. That's the thing. Unless we see him, but that's the thing. Even if I'm speculating, his probably is the thickest.
Wait a minute,
girl.
It's just he's talking about his immunity idol. Everyone,
girl, I was talking about his beard.
He was talking about his immunity idol.
Talking about his beard, honey. The thickest beard.
Immunity idol.
That immunity idol. Anyway, getting to Survivor Borneo Rewind, we will be discussing the merger, the real merger. They don't know about those anymore. Goddamn.
Yeah, because I know y'all not over there watching Survivor Borneo like we said. Go watch Survivor Borneo, but I get it. It's Survivor Borneo. However, if y'all don't know, we are on the merger episode because on season 1 it's called merger, like we're fucking merging two corporations, and of course this is the iconic Pagong tribe and Tagi tribe, and they just merged, with even numbers. So we know Pagong is going to eat them up. We know they're going to take out all of their members, and Jervis is going to win. So I'm excited for that. But I just found that so funny that they're like, it's a merger. It's not. It's a merger. Like what? The extra R.
I like it. I wonder if they changed that. Are y'all liking Randy? Randy not on the season. Oh, the old man.
Is he Randy?
His name is Rudy.
Rudy.
He's hilarious, but he's homophobic. But he's homophobic in like a fun way. I feel like there's What? Let me explain. I feel like there's homophobes who are like so homophobic that they just can't. I don't want to be around any gays. Oh my God, get away. Rudy is like, I'm friends with a homosexual, and I don't like him. He probably don't like me. I respect that. But y'all gonna have to get into those conversations over there.
But is it funny?
No, it's.
But that's the word that you use.
I said fun.
Fun. Okay.
It's fun to me.
So if I funnily, I ain't gonna talk about it.
No, say it.
No, that's okay.
No, say it. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say tomorrow we're gonna be recapping episode 7, the merger of Survivor Borneo. Tune in.
We'll also be recapping the Challenge All Stars, the finale part 1.
You don't sound happy about that one. Davon is in the final.
I'm excited that Davon is in the final.
Period.
Yeah. We'll also be doing the Amazing Race on Friday and RuPaul's Drag Race on Saturday. So get into those as well. Reality Rewind is coming up soon. Make sure you're getting your votes. You guys have 11 days to vote for Flavor of Love. So get those votes in right now. Also get into the Scripted Kingdom. This week I posted my review of Minecraft movie, my reaction to Mission Impossible, and coming very soon I will be doing Black Mirror reaction. So get into Black Mirror, y'all. Get into the amateur review, y'all. Get into the reviews over at the Scripted Kingdom. Go subscribe, go follow, go like. Even if you don't watch it, support me or whatever. And
wait, you said the amateur review? I was like, is he calling his podcast amateur? What?
The movie it's a movie called The Amateur. Anyway, you see it on the fucking. Anyways,
that's on that screen. Some people podcast us. I don't know how. I know we be loud. Chat.
A lot of people be podcasting.
I know we be loud.
I listen to the
I'm
podcast
so sorry to y'all headphones. I really am.
The podcast version is good.
Who watch us? I feel like they should know to not put us that high.
They should.
I hope y'all know.
We get loud. Squawkling chickens.
Squawkling chickens.
Yeah.
That's what they called us.
Yeah. We should change like something to that. We should change like that should be a
segment somewhere.
That should be like a Patreon level. Like one of the levels on Patreon.
Yes.
Anyways, y'all. Thanks for keeping it real with the kingdom. We out. Bye.